communication amongst coaches was really, really good. That's something that I was pleased with. I wrote down after the game to hear just the coaches communicating and talking about ways to fix some of the issues we were having defensively, offensively, and those guys being able to communicate. That's important. That cohesiveness, that understanding of there's a lot of intelligent people on each side of the ball, and to utilize those ideas and to implement them and make some adjustments. And it was really good to hear the coaches communicate. There's a lot of good learning from the film, and it's always better to use those teaching opportunities after wins than it is after a loss. And so we watched it, we evaluated, we had a good practice yesterday, and wanted to get some corrections from Saturday. Obviously corrected yesterday, and then we've kind of moved forward to North Carolina, which will be a huge challenge for this team. I think we're developing identity, but if you think offensively now, you were developing identity after 2 games, and then you get a new quarterback. But I love the adjustments and really how we're able to execute, obviously more proficiently in the second half of the game, and so they'll know the expectations going on the road. A lot of these guys that are playing for us have been to Chapel Hill and played at North Carolina. I've never been down there, so they'll know what to expect. And so I'm looking forward to seeing this group perform on Saturday. You're starting to see some consistency out of that group. J-Pat, obviously this is his second game, but those guys being together for 3 games, they're getting better. They're improving. The fundamentals, the execution, the techniques they're playing with are improving. They have a long way to go. They do. And they're an extremely talented group, but they're still young. And I know it's week 3, but they're still young, but they're really starting to become cohesive and execute the way we want. But there's teaching. It's funny, you watch the film and there's teaching plays left and right. He's got to do this for us to make this a 1-2 yard gain into a 5 or 6 yard gain, or the 6 yard gain into a 12 yard gain. And so that's the beauty of it, man. They play much better, and they have a lot of room to grow. Listen, they're a talented offense, and they have a veteran offensive line group, with a couple guys that transferred. This quarterback is playing really, really good football right now. And I know he's a young guy, but he is playing as good as any quarterback in the country. And we expect Downs to be back from injury, and so listen, we got our work cut out for us. They're going to try to take advantage of what you give them defensively. That's what they're able to do, and they're going to go at different tempos, and they're going to make you get lined up fast. And that was something last year we weren't able to do. And so we have to be prepared and have to make sure we have a good plan to try to limit what they do offensively.